Hello, welcome to my multidimensional living room. I'm going to make another energy painting and I'm going to be tuning into the energy field of people watching this video across time and space. Energies that speak to me, I'm going to paint them here. If they speak to you, if they help you orient yourself, navigate your life, love yourself a little bit more, understand yourself a little bit more, great, that's the point. And if not, then there might be from somebody else. The way I deliver these messages and these energies here during the energy painting tends to be a little bit more abstract. And what I mean by abstract is that sometimes there's like the whole chunk of information and energy that comes through and I can clearly explain it. And it might be very relatable, it might be very relevant to you. But sometimes there are just bits and pieces that are seemingly not connected. But when they're being encountered in the right place at the right time, then you might just hear that one word or that one sentence and you'll be like, you nailed it. And it's not about me nailing it, it's about you hearing it at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right place wherever you are in your life. Please use your intuition, use your discernment, listen not only with your ears, watch not only with your eyes, but use your whole body. Okay, let's go. My hand is the way it is because in the previous painting that I did, I held my hand in this bucket of paint. So, instead of black, I'm going to be using white. Oh, wow, gorgeous. How long? Okay. This is really beautiful for multiple reasons. First of all, this paint is not purely white, it's a combination of white, black and blue. But the way I've been putting the paint inside of the tube is in such a way that the colors didn't really mix together, they just kind of coexist one next to another. So each of these drops actually came with stripes, which is one beauty that I see. And another beauty that I see and I saw as I started is that there's a path unfolding in front of you as you walk. It's not that you don't know where you're going, because you definitely are pointing the direction, but in between A and B, you don't exactly know how you're going to get from A to B. So the path is literally unfolding as you walk, and everything that you need in order to move from A to B shows itself as you're making the next step. And sometimes there are these gaps when you have no idea what's the next step. That's exactly how I feel right now. Like when I just touch that energy, it's like holding your breath. Breathe. Okay, don't forget to breathe. And you know, I could have kept going, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. But now I see that I could have just see where the path is going, but I didn't. I don't even get a clear explanation of why I didn't. I don't really even feel comfortable saying here, to be honest. Yeah, no. It's like you're not really comfortable where you are right now. Because you don't know what's next. It's not that you don't know what's next, because you can sense it. You get an idea of what is it that you can expect. But it's this uncertainty of how is it going to unfold. I need more colors. And you need more colors. You know what I just saw? I saw a cat moving its tail like it doesn't care. If you understand the cat language, there are movements with tails that they do when they don't give a shit, and when they're pissed, and when they're angry, and when they're playing. Yeah, and this was the movement of a cat not giving a shit. So there might be something about, I'm very reluctant telling you something like, just, don't care. Something in this energy really doesn't sit well with me. I please give me more, something that I can speak about. Oh, I see. Well, I could have just kept going. I should have kept going. And that's what will make you feel better too. To not stop and think about, not stop and worry, but keep going. Even if you have to go one step back at a time. And then eventually come to it's interesting how it goes first all around and then in the middle. But it doesn't even go in the middle immediately. It goes to the next one and then around and then in the middle. Feels like there are multiple things that are happening here, but one is that you're being guided to something, and then once when you reach it, you don't go directly into it and on top of it, you don't claim it directly, but you go around, and as if you're afraid of it, as if like you're afraid of getting into something, so you're just gonna look from the outside in. And then you're gonna move on to the next thing, and then you will do the same thing again, like watch it from the outside, but then you will notice yourself like, oh, I've done that before, and then you go straight in. Wow, it's like a very contrasting experience that you're about to have. And I'm fairly confident to tell you that it's about to happen. From where you are right now, it's about to happen. It doesn't feel like something that already, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And the way the paint fell down is also kind of like a balance symbol. You know, it's the inside of one and the outside of the other combined. There was some sort of like a stagnancy here. But what actually moves you forward is to just keep going, even if it looks messy, even if it doesn't look so... Sometimes you fall apart, sometimes you fall out of your line, sometimes you... wobble. But the key is to keep going. That's what happens, like when you're really supposed to follow the trail, but you stop at some point and you realize like, oh, the trail actually doesn't exist unless I go there. And then you stop. The thought keeps running away from me. Like I've attempted to say what I wanted to say. This is like second time already, third maybe. But it's just like, I guess I'm not meant to say it. I'm gonna take it that way. I get that whatever it is that you're doing right now in your life in general, or maybe some specific project, you're trying to make it look seamless and effortless. You're trying to remove the trying out of it. I don't see that as good or bad or anything. It's just I notice that the point is to make it so that people ask, how did you do that? Rather than to demonstrate how did you do that. So I might be speaking to somebody who is not in the position of being a teacher. Okay, whatever it was that you were circling around and you thought you wanted this and then finally you got it, but you never really got into it, you just walked around it. Across some time and space, across some time and distance, when you reach some distance from it, whatever that is, because in my mind's eye I see a round house. But it might indicate a partner or a project that you wanted to work on, or like something that was kind of significant, something that was standing as something that you wanted, but then once you come close to it you realize that actually for whatever reason you're not really getting into it, so you walk around it and then you moved on to the next. That thing, whatever you thought that's what you wanted, in some time in the future it shows itself why that wasn't your inside out life experience. It was leading you on to the next, but it was basically outside attempt in, but not even outside in. It was just like a round experience. It will be shown to you exactly that so-called didn't work out. And it's something that involves the whole structure of your being, you on all levels. It's like, it's not that something didn't work out because of that one unfortunate thing. It's more so that nothing worked out because it was not meant to. But you will see that on a more deeply layered level. I'm also getting that at the time when you reach that point where you will clearly see why something didn't work out as it didn't, you will also be able, you as yourself, you will be skilled and capable of dismantling this layering and seeing through and comprehending and understanding very clearly what played into all of this not working out. And how it was basically even you'll see when you get there. But it's indicating that at one point in life, like you're moving towards something and then you go there and then you walk around and then you move to the next. And then you go in a life. And then you realize that actually it's not that you were going towards something, it's that this was also not, this also had a life of its own that was anti-time. So in the linear time you were walking towards something, but from the future time you realize how this was also, it was as if if time could go backwards, you could see how that what didn't happen was also influencing what was leading you towards it. And one example of this, because this is quite abstract, but one example of this that is very reasonable is that you can pay attention when certain people enter your life, and you might find yourself at some very, very low points in life that happen as a result of something that happened before, and that happened as a result of something that happened before, and that happened as something that was a result of before and before and before. And so now you're in a really low point in life, and here you make some friends. They are friends because they are resonant with your low point of life. And then as you get yourself out of this low point in life, you realize that the reason why you made those friends, who were maybe not your best friends in the scope of your whole life existence, but you realize that at the time when you level up from this low point. And equally so, you can also see that if you're in some really, really good area, let's say you have a really, really good day, you feel amazing, you look amazing, you're just like, let's enjoy life and have fun. And then you go on a party, and then on that one party, in that one day, you meet 3 people, and these 3 people stay in your life for the next 5 years, and each plays a really significant role in your life. That's another example of how you can see this playing out. I'm strongly, repeatedly getting how do I call, I don't even, because I don't know the English word for it. I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to describe something that I don't have terms for. But what I'm seeing is this moment of when a sperm and egg come together and suddenly you're pregnant. Can't flip my fingers. Suddenly you're pregnant. And it's kind of like in the sperm world, it's a success. That is coming through repeatedly. And when I can't flip my fingers like this. Okay. I get that for somebody that's not a happy news, but it hurts me in my heart when I say that. Equally so, that might indicate some creative project, because the sexual energy is the same energy in creative field. The same energy that you could use in order to find sexual pleasures or achievements. You can redirect into creative projects, and that success might happen there as well. Not might, but if you intend that it will be successful, it will be successful. I'm also getting the clarity of intention and how you might find yourself now at the point of, I'm so uncomfortable sitting here. You may find yourself now at this point while you're watching this video, you may find yourself in a space where you have an intention and it's very clear. 5 years, 3 years back, you wanted to have a clear intention, or you thought you have a clear intention, but it wasn't as clear as it is today. So just for you to notice, where are you today in comparison to where you've been ages ago? How much clearer you feel today? In terms of setting goals and choosing directions, where you want to go, what you want to do. I have to change position. I don't feel comfortable here at all. Do you don't feel comfortable being clear with yourself? I'm getting that, oh yeah, I'm getting that, I'm getting that some of you might feel a little bit uncomfortable being comfortable, uncomfortable being clear, uncomfortable being certain, directed, passionate, driven, sexualized. At a time when the world is what it is. But the world has always been what it is, and the world will always be what it is. Okay. Okay. Nothing in particular, it's just the way that the paint sounded as it fell down. I'm getting some really like secluded city nature vibes. Like very intimate, public but intimate, in the city but still secluded. The level of your self-acceptance is skyrocketing. Not in a bad way. Because I'm seeing somebody going to a museum on their own, completely on their own, and I'm seeing staff of the museum watching security cameras and wondering, why is this person alone? Like, nobody goes to a museum alone. But they do. But you do. It might not be exactly you going into a museum alone. That's what I do. But you're doing something alone, or you're doing something on your own. And you do it so fiercely, and you do it so... This energy is kind of like you're not even spending a moment of your time and energy, attention, about even evaluating that you're doing it alone. It's kind of like you're doing it, and you're so into doing it that you forget to notice that it's not so usual for other people. They might find it brave. Like whatever it is that you do, it's like, even if you go cycling across the whole country, or sit in a park all by yourself. Okay, I think I just touched on some collective energy. By collective, I mean one particular collective of people knowing each other. It's not like... Camera had a timeout. Is it recording again? Yeah. But basically what I said last is that, again, I got an example of a museum, which is close to me. But it's like a bunch of people working together on something. And there's like a lot of understanding, mutually supporting and beneficial energies at play. You do one part, somebody else does another part, and he does this part, and you do this part. It's like it's a crew that I'm picking up on. So this is a collective energy that is together. It's about togetherness. And there is kind of like a mutual... It's a collaboration. But why am I picking up on this? I see. Move this. All right. Wow. Let me know if you work in a museum, because I am strongly getting museum vibes from here. Because the people that you're working with are not just your colleagues. On the surface level, this is like a collective constellation of people. Each person is doing their job, but there is more underneath that is going on, and that is that some people are really teaching you some skills or lessons or something that is going to stay with you for a long time, even after you leave that life chapter. If you ever leave the life chapter of working in this collective, working on this project, being in this constellation of people, not everything is as it seems on the surface. In other words, I could say some of the connections are soul connections that might still be a little bit undercover. I love that feeling. Because I sense that somebody is leaving that place of working together, going home and feeling alive from just being there. And you may not know until now that the reason why you feel the way you feel is because there are people who have such a powerful magnetic, it's not magnetic in terms of they're attractive. No, that's not what I mean. They have a powerful, for you personally, charge that affects you. Somebody else might meet exactly those people and they'll be just people. You know, like there will be no chemistry in between. And I get a sense that this chemistry is very undercover, but it's there still. It suits you well at that chemistry that you feel, which again, it's not like an individual chemistry of like getting too excited or having butterflies, or it's a positively charged, really good feeling collaboration with people. It's like when you work with people and you like who you're working with. And even if there are some negativities, and I'm laughing because I hear like, of course there will be, or they are, they still contribute to your self-acceptance. In other words, presence of these people that you're working with are making you feel good about yourself. Yep. Alright, so these connections that you're having, those that really feel good and make you feel good about yourself, it's either that, or it's something that, or that will lead you. But here where I touch the black paint, I have found an equilibrium point, a positive zero. Peace and silence and quiet that is very comfortable. It's like a comfortable silence with somebody. There was ability to stand in front of another person, look at them as who they are on all possible levels, accept them, feel accepted, and mutually together feel this positive zero, being silenced together, and it's comfortable. Feel calm and relaxed, but also charged at the same time. They don't drain your energy. They don't stress you out. They don't make you anxious. They don't make you nervous. They don't make you too happy, too excited. They don't make you sad. They don't spike you anyhow. It's very balancing space to be in relation to that. So that might be a space where you're headed. And previously when I painted here, I said I was confident to say that that's yet to happen, whatever that was here on this side of the canvas. So it's kind of like, it seems from where I'm standing right here, it seems from where you're finding this painting, it seems as it's in the future from now. And that's that space of equilibrium that is very felt in your heart in relation to somebody. And that's where you're headed through the experience of this collective collaboration that you're a part of. I'm hearing blurring the lines. Okay, so blurring the lines and shaking the foundation. So there might be some moments of watching something take off or fall. Or blend with something else. I'm also getting that if I did not speak to you up until this point, I don't know why you're here still, but you're more than welcome to stay. I didn't mean to sound that you shouldn't be here, but I see somebody who is not in the collective constellation of people, somebody who is not in the process of feeling good and their well-being skyrocketing or self-acceptance skyrocketing. Not sure if their presence is included in any other part of this painting, but I see somebody being in a closed heart space, open mind, and eyes full of desire for everything what I previously mentioned. Whew. take that as it resonates. I have no idea what was that. But, you know, it's a winter time, so. I mean, it's fall, but, you know, people start celebrating Christmas in the late summer, so. I'm seeing here somebody really like have their eyes full of desire. It's like you're really trying to envision not even trying, but envisioning yourself, finding that constellation of people, or finding that one person that's just gonna make you feel so alive, that will make you want to go to work. That's the feeling that you're looking for. It's like you want to go to work. You want to be there. It's a whole one experience when you have a job and you go and you do it, and it's like, yeah, everybody's okay, yeah, you're getting along with everybody, and then there's that special somebody that just kind of brings the fire in a room, or at least a spark, and suddenly you feel motivated to go to work. You don't want to call sick, you have no reasons to do that. Somebody's really wishing for it, and your mind is open to it, and your eyes are like bleeding for it. But your heart, is like, yeah, it's obvious that you want it. Yeah. It's obvious that you want it, but now I feel like I'm going in the full circle of this painting, and that is that you'll be led step by step to it. But before you get to it, you will come to something else. And I know how that sounds, because I absolutely despised when that was said to me ages ago. But I was told exactly the same thing. You'll get what you want, but before you get what you want, you'll get something that you think you want. And then you're like, great, now what? Nothing, just keep going. Maybe you don't have to hate it as much as I did. I'm also seeing that same person is, okay, two things I have to say. I also see that the same person that I'm talking to is a little bit, maybe you're Gen Z, because I get that vibe from Gen Z, and that's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's as if like you're a little bit unhooked. I don't know how to describe this, but it's like, yeah, it's like this specific vibe that I'm getting is like, I don't know. It's, how do I describe this vibe? It's like a little bit of disappointment with how the world works, but still being like step up and more advanced and more lighthearted. That's what I mean. More lighthearted. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but lighthearted. So it might not be so difficult to go all this path. Yeah, this thing that because your heart is like, yeah, you really wish for it, but you're not like fully there, or heartfully. You're lighthearted, but your heart is not fully calibrated to what is it that you want. That thing that you're going towards, that will be something that you think you want, is going to melt, shape your heart to be compatible and capable of getting, sustaining, and enjoying what is it that you do want. I absolutely love and enjoy, and adore, that's what I wanted to say, this painting. I think this is one of my personally favorite paintings that I've done so far. And I would love to continue it, but my battery is about to die. So I'm gonna leave it here before the camera leaves me. I hope this was helpful, and Thank you for being here, and thank you for co-creating this painting with me. Let me know in the comments your impressions. If you want your own personal energy painting, the link for it is down below somewhere. Thank you for being here.